Hello, Centralia. I'm Shane Lothar.
And I'm Rachel Roddy.
And this is Centralia on Air. Thank you so much for joining us. Last week on the show, we had Elisha Munkin and Danny Niederhofer from Munkin Automotive in studio. Elisha and Danny stopped in to talk about their Munkin North Pole events. Hey, speaking of the North Pole, did you realize that when you're standing at the North Pole, any direction you point is south? Right? When you're at the top, it's all downhill from there. I hadn't really thought about that before.
I hadn't either. Something else you might not realize, if you're standing on the North Pole, you're not standing on land. It's actually just a thick layer of ice, like 6 to 9 feet thick. That's crazy. And it's not part of any country. The North Pole is considered part of international waters. International waters.
So mysterious. Which is perfect for our favorite international man of mystery, Santa Claus. Anyways, that was last week, but this is this week.
That's right. On today's show, we have Emily and Tommy from Kaskaskia College. They stopped by to talk about the Reading Link program and Family First program. All right, Emily and Tommy, thank you guys so much for being here today. Let's start off and tell us a little bit about yourselves. Who wants to go first?
Hi, my name is Emily Haymans, and I am originally from Georgia. I moved to Carbondale, Illinois last year, and I've been living there ever since, and so I have to commute to Centralia, but that's okay. But yeah, like I said, I'm originally from Georgia. I have 2 master's degrees. I got one of them at New Mexico State University, and the second one I got at Wright State University in Ohio, and I met my fiance there, and we ended up having to move to Carbondale, so that's why I'm here. Yeah.
Master's in?
I have a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing and a Master of Arts in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages.
Okay,
so
cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you write a lot? Have you wrote a book before?
I mean, I've written a book, but it's not like published or anything. Yeah. I write fairly often. It's hard right now because I have to commute to work, so I don't have a lot of free time. But I write. I'm working on my memoir right now, so
that's awesome.
Yeah. Utilize your voice memos so you can write while you drive. Hands-free.
I know. Well, I don't know if there's a good app for that because I tried to get an app and it's not good. So I need to get a better app.
Yeah,
we'll talk later.
Okay. Yeah, if you got an app for
this
that.
This guy knows all about apps.
Okay, great.
Not naps, apps. All right, Tommy, what about you? You've been here on the show before.
Yes, I have. My name's Tommy Henegar, and I am the director of Adult Ed and Literacy at Kaskaskia College. I've been there come January. I've been there about a year. Our family moved to Centralia 11 years ago, I believe, from Memphis, Tennessee. We're originally from there. My wife is the Dean of Arts and Science at Kaskaskia College as well. And previously, for the past 10 years, I was a pastor here, ordained pastor here at a church in Centralia. So we kind of just made Centralia our home and raised our kids here. We have 2 kids. One is Will, plays football for Quincy University, and our daughter went to Texas Christian University, got a degree in psychology, and then came back and is living in our basement. And she wants to move out anytime. That'd be fine with us. No,
hey, you hear that?
No, but she got her degree in psychology, and then took a year off taking care of her grandmother, my mom, who is on hospice care. And in that kind of ordeal, realized that maybe she had a calling to go into nursing. So she's actually out at KC going through the nursing program as well. So she'll have a degree in psychology as well as an RN in nursing when she finishes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so we're here today to talk about Reading Link and Family First?
Yes.
Okay, let's jump on in. When did Reading Link start?
Well, Kaskaskia had Reading Link before, and when the program had to be suspended for a while, they did not apply for that grant.
Okay.
It's grant funded from the Secretary of State through the library. In the state of Illinois, the library system is kind of in charge of literacy. So either in elementary schools, high schools, or in the community. So what it does, the grant provides one-on-one tutoring for those that are struggling in literacy anyway. Literacy kind of gets a bad rap as far as what it means. It doesn't necessarily mean that you can't read. And I think that's kind of a bad overtone that word has. Literacy could mean you are working and have graduated high school, working in a factory or somewhere, and you're going through a managerial training program, and you're not getting the technical reading instruction that they're giving you, so we could put you with a tutor to help you with that. I think we even have grandparents that just want to read out loud better to their grandkids.
Yeah.
We have those that have tested so low they're not ready yet to be in a GED class, so we put them with a one-on-one tutor, and they try to get their levels up so they can enter the GED class. It matches. There's two parts of it. There's the tutors, and they're all adult volunteer tutors. So we always need tutors, people in the community that would just want to volunteer, a couple of hours a week of their time. Emily does a great job training them. They come in and they train them. She gives them all the tools that they need and resources they need. They meet with a learner. And they work with them of whatever their goal is. And the learner kind of sets that goal. On the other side of that coin, we need learners. We need those that are struggling or have a goal or want to do something that they haven't been done, that we could put a tutor with that would help them through that. Part of that is ESL. That's English as a second language. If someone in the community is struggling learning English or writing English or whatever, we can put them with a tutor as well, and they can help them achieve their goal.
And we also offer tutoring for math for those that need some help with that as well. So it covers quite a lot of different areas of learning. And like Tommy said, illiteracy, it doesn't mean that a person doesn't know how to read at all. It can just mean, you can't. It affects every part of your life when you lack certain reading skills. So we get people that need help filling out forms, which forms are really complicated for anybody, but especially when you're lacking like vocabulary and basic reading skills. And, a lot of people make it through public school now without actually knowing how to read higher. So we help people that read at a 9th grade or lower level. And so, there are people that make it out of high school who only read at like a 7th grade level, for example. So even if you just want to improve your skills a little bit, we can do that. But illiteracy affects everything in your life, from being able to buy healthy food at the grocery store to making informed healthcare decisions. And the research really backs it up. So it's a very important cause.
So if we have anybody listening right now, whether they'd like to be a volunteer tutor or they feel like they would like to look into this some more, where can they go for more information?
They can call me. So I am the literacy coordinator for both of these programs, and that phone number is 618-545-3119. And you can just leave me a voicemail, and I'll call you back and get you set up for a meeting with me or one of our area coordinators. Because we cover such a large area, it's the entire Kaskaskia College district. So it's Marion, Bond, Clinton, Fayette, and Washington counties. So
I forget, does this cost anything?
Everything we provide is free of cost. But I just want to put that it's your taxpayers' it's your tax money at work because it is state funded. We are your tax money at work, and all these programs are designed for that. But there's no fee, there's no cost of anything we do in the whole department, actually.
I will say a couple of things. So we've lost many volunteers over the last couple of years because in 2016, our program lost funding when the state budget went haywire or, MIA, if you will. And so we're still trying to build the program back up from that loss. So a lot of tutors left after that because, lack of communication and the program wasn't around. And I will say we've also lost tutors because many of them are like retired people and, medical issues come up, family stuff comes up. So we really would love to get some new faces in the program. Everybody who's done it has loved it. They've made friends because these are adult learners. To qualify as a learner for the program, you have to be 17 or older. So you're working with adults, and you can see the results and the positive outcomes of your tutoring with them. You can see that immediately in their lives. So it's very rewarding. You can build relationships with it. So it's a great program.
All right.
And it is, I guess I could jump in. It's at the volunteer tutors' convenience. So if they need to do it on an evening instead of a day, we try to take their schedule, and it can kind of be challenging at times to take the learner's schedule and the tutor schedule and match them up. So there's not like a set time that they have to come tutor, and they can meet in any public place, the library or the college or something that's convenient for both the tutor and the learner.
You heard them, volunteers. Hit up Emily if you're interested. What was that number again? 618?
545-3119.
Okay. All right. And then we talked about a Family First program. Tell us about that.
The Family First program is another grant that we applied for this year and received full funding from it is another Secretary of State funded grant through the library. And it works with family units and their literacy. And in the program, there's five components of the Family First program. The first is adult education or adult literacy. So there's a instructor that specifically works with the adults, all the adults at one time. They work on whatever their goal is, whatever they want to accomplish in literacy. They also work with the adults, and the second component is in their parenting skills. When I wish they would have had it when I didn't have it. When my wife we had our kids, no one gave us a manual that said this is how you should be a parent. You just kind of modeled what you learned from watching. So it kind of really helps them with some parenting skills and some leadership skills as well. And then the third component is the child literacy or child education. So another different instructor works at the same time simultaneously as they're working with the adults in another room or in the same room. An instructor's working with the children as well. And that's working on their literacy skills, math skills, or whatever they need to work on as well. The third part is called PAC, which is parent and child together. So the parents and the children come together and do an activity together, whether it's baking or building something or some kind of craft. They do that together. It allows the adults to use their parenting skills that they've learned, kind of put it into practice, and some of the education that they have gotten as well. And the last activity is through the library, and then once a month they'll meet at the library. And the library staff takes them in how to utilize the library. You'd be surprised. I didn't even know. I'll be the first to admit that the library offers so much more than just old school when I was young and you went and you found you opened up a drawer and you got a card and the card had a number and you had to go search and find it. There's videos, there's ebooks, there's so much more that the library offers. So they learn to utilize the library as well. And then last but not least, this is not a component but part of the program, 3 times during during the school year, they'll take a field trip, an educational field trip, whether it's to the museum, in St. Louis or Springfield or somewhere that's provided as well, some type of an educational field trip.
And one of the reasons that this program is so exciting is because the research shows that illiteracy in adults gets passed down to children. It's part of the cycle of poverty. So with this program, we can kind of help break that cycle. It's the same with Reading Link. We do the same thing, but with this one, if a parent isn't super literate, they might not have a lot of books at home. But this program can help them see, oh, here's what I can do with books. Here's how I can help my child with reading. It's a very empowering program, and it also offers, like Tommy said, free trips to cultural centers, library literacy skills, which is super important and very underutilized. I don't think libraries get nearly as much attention as they should, but I have a library card, and it tells me it's in the same library system as the Centralia library, and it tells me how much I've saved on materials every time I check something out, and it's just like hundreds of dollars right now. So I think it's a very important program, and there's a lot of people in the entire state of Illinois that could probably benefit from this. The last statistic I read was that 4 million adults in Illinois are functionally illiterate. So I don't know what that shakes out to for our region, but there's a huge need for this, which is why we were awarded the grant. But unfortunately, we have had some problems getting the Family First program started. So we really need the community's help right now to get that started. We have 2 paid positions still open to teach in the program. So if you know of anyone that has a teaching background that would be interested in that, they can reach out to me through that phone number again, or they could go to the Kaskaskia College employment site to find those positions. So those are paid positions, unlike the tutors, which are volunteer positions, but we could really use that help. But we also just need families who want to participate. And once again, it's not like you're a completely illiterate person or whatever. Even if you are, that's nothing to be ashamed of. It happens. But it's a program that if you're low income or whatever, if you just want some help with parenting or just want to give your kids a new experience, this is something that you might be eligible for. So you should call us and find out if you're eligible. And it's not just in Centralia, it can be anywhere, but the program will be taking place in Centralia, so you just have to be willing and able to get there. But yeah, everything is free. You'll get free books, free lessons, free everything. So it's a great program.
The takeaway here is the family that learns together stays together.
Exactly. And it's being held at Central City School.
Okay.
Is where we will house it. But there was a misconception when we first rolled it out that you don't have to be a Central City student or family to come to the program. They're just the one hosting it for us.
Okay.
There will hopefully be some Central City families there as well, but it's not limited to just Central City.
Mm-hmm. And another literacy statistic I will throw out there for parents who are wondering if this program would be a good fit for them. Adults with low literacy actually make 43% less than their literate counterparts. So if you are struggling with literacy and you have children, this would be a great opportunity to help them in their future. Because once again, like I said, this stuff is kind of handed down through generations, and it's something that people can benefit from. It's nothing to be ashamed of to come out and give it a shot. It's a lot of fun, and it's just here to help people. So that's why we were given the grant. So, yeah.
Tom, what would you say to someone who's kind of on the fence about maybe going back and trying to get their GED or something like that? What would you say to push them over?
I say right now we've served 140 students since July, and right now we have 87, I think, students in our program. And I always say we have 87 different reasons and 87 different stories and 87 different motivations of why someone wants to complete it. And there are statistics that, you need that to get a job. There's a huge, you've heard everyone at KC say this huge skills gap. For the first time that most people can remember right now in our community, we have more jobs than we have workers. I met with Antolin, I've met with NASCO, I met with some of the companies around here, and they have job openings. The one company said, I have 40 right now that I need to fill. And having your GED or a high school equivalency is the very first step into getting into that. They're seeing the value of that. Some of the companies are working with us to give their employees a flex schedule, where if they enter our program, they will employ them. They will guarantee them the nights off to go to class. Both are contingent on one another, so if they drop our class, they lose their job, and if they lose their job, they're out of our class. That's the need there as well. I think if you could come to the graduation and hear the stories and to just get a second chance and to overcome whatever obstacle that kept you from getting that high school equivalency or diploma, and to accomplish that really can change the trajectory of someone's life.
Oh, definitely.
Sometimes some of our students will tell us that's the first thing I've ever completed, and it was tough. We are seeing a little trend, since I was on last time, we're seeing a little trend of younger students that are 17, 18 years old instead of the older students. And that's just, we don't want students out of high school. I mean, we don't want them to quit high school to come get their GED to finish quicker. That is not why we're here.
Yeah.
But if for some reason, legal reasons, they violated some school policy or law that they cannot return to that high school, then we do want them, and we will give them. They're young and they catch on quick, and they go through our program very, very fast. Yeah. Some may be 6 months from May graduation and get kicked out, and so they come to us and we finish really quick. Some are homeschool students. So we have we really do have every different level, every different reason. But I would say if someone's thinking about doing it, do it. It's we have wonderful instructors. And if they're struggling, we have tutors to put them with. We want to give them all the tools they need to succeed, and we let the student decide and define what success is to them. Mm-hmm. So, and we just have a huge tool chest of things to give them to help them succeed, and we walk with them every step of the way. We also offer them a adult education scholarship at Kaskaskia College. So if they finish our program, I think I said this before, if I finish our program, they get 24 credit hours. And in 24 credit hours, you can almost get a CTE certificate or associate's degree. So there you go. I mean, there's the next step. And I kind of say of their career ladder, we're the first rung on a very lucrative career in this area. If someone wants to choose that path. So.
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you guys would like to add?
It's the holidays, and a lot of us give money to places, but your time is just as valuable. So if you have, as Tommy said, it's literally just 2 hours a week if you do want to volunteer tutor. And if you want to be a learner, you only have to commit to 2 hours a week, and it's free. So you really have nothing to lose. And you have a lot to gain from this program, the Family First program, and our GED programs. So please give it a shot if it sounds like something you're interested in. I
have yet to find a volunteer tutor that has come to me and said, I hate this. This isn't good. This isn't working. most of the time when they come, they are very tearful and says, my health will not allow me to do this anymore, or I'm moving out of the area, or, my spouse is in a assisted living facility and I have to take care of them. I have yet to meet that volunteer that said, this was a bad experience. Yet. Most it's the opposite. We have volunteer tutors that have connected and taken their learner fishing, and it's really forming a relationship and a bond, and it's very, very rewarding. So
make it your New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good one.
We had a previous guest on our show tell us the secret to living is giving.
Yes,
and I think that's what you guys are saying.
Yeah, the relationships people form through our programs is really invaluable. So it's just as valuable as anything else. I mean, and you're getting skills, and the English language learning part is really cool. So if you want to get to know some of the international people in our area, the tutoring is a great way to do that. We have several ESL tutors that work for us, and they only do ESL. And one of our tutors, she's been working with Chinese families in the area for a long time and gotten to know them, and she's helped them with immigration and with all these different things. And I mean, they invite her to Christmas and all. I don't know. It's just super rewarding to see that happen. So.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being on our show, and we hope to have you back again sometime.
Thank you for having us.
You're listening to Centralia on Air with Shane and Rachel. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Shane and Rachel here. You're listening to Centralia on Air. Rachel, how you doing? How you been? But seriously, how are you doing? Are you recovered yet?
No.
It was a rough week.
Yeah, I was grouchy all week.
Holy schmoly, she ain't lying. I'm just kidding.
I don't know what my deal was. Just wasn't feeling it.
Overworked. Overstressed.
Nah, a little. But our party went on.
We had a little holiday party.
Yeah.
Little business after hours.
It's a lot of work to put on, but we did it. We had fun.
It looked good. It sounded good. Mm-hmm. It tasted good.
Yeah, the food was good. And we had fun with the iPad.
Fun was had. We had a futuristic 22nd century photo booth via the iPad simple booth.
Yep.
Those pictures are probably floating around on the ethers somewhere if you want to check them out.
They are. I was tagged in some.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Anyways, we had a good time. Glad it's over.
See you next year, folks.
Right.
Don't come back.
Just kidding. Anyways, how are you? How you been? You always ask me, and I never ask you.
I'm good. A little under the weather.
You are?
Yeah, one of those day cool, night cool kicks.
Ooh,
That's the only thing that got me through. Me and Tommy, I think we were on the same diet.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, you've
you
got some tips for us, don't you?
some flu tips?
Maybe like 4 to 6 healthy tips for not getting sick.
Yeah.
Maybe like Rachel Roddy's top 5 tips
Oh,
for
boy.
not getting the flu.
Yeah. So, number 1.
Cue the top 5 music. Number 1.
Increase water intake.
Increase water intake. Jeez, you sound like a robot.
I did. Drink water like it's your job.
Like your life depended on it. Mm-hmm. Turns out it does.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 2. You know what? Number 1 should be wash your hands.
Oh, you trying to rank them now?
Yeah. I think so. Like, wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Bold, all caps, wash your hands.
What if I drink the water and before I swallow, I just around my mouth, spit it out into my hands and wash it with that?
Shane.
Does that count?
No.
No.
Wash your hands, 15 seconds. Scrub, scrub, scrub.
Getting them nails.
Yeah.
Get rid of them dirty nails, girl.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think that should be number 1, and water should be number 2. And number 3, get rest.
Yeah, that should be number 1.
That should be number 1. That's all of them are number 1. Just do all these things. Sleep, drink water, and wash your hands.
Okay, so number 1, C, is get sleep. 8 hours. There's some weird people out there that don't need it, but that is rare.
Yeah,
You're probably not that person. Go to bed.
that's right.
Put the phone down.
Yes. Stay home when you're sick.
Is this number 4?
I think so.
Or is this 1D, I mean?
Yeah, 1D.
Stay home when you're sick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're not preventing the flu anymore. We're just trying to prevent others from getting it.
All of it.
Yeah.
And
Should steps 1A through 1C prove unsuccessful and you do get sick,
and you do get sick.
stay home.
Stay home.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, don't try to be...
Don't try to be the
I
hero.
can't say that word. Yeah.
You can say hero. I don't know what you were going to say.
I wanted to say but I can't say that.
No.
So don't try to be the hero. Just stay home.
You filthy animal.
And while you're sick, staying home, disinfect everything.
1E.
1E. Clean.
After you clean your hands, clean everything you've touched.
Yeah.
You sick.
The bathroom, the door handles, anything you touch.
Yeah. Spray it all. Wipe it down and then spray it again.
Okay, there's my advice. That's my...
Rachel Roddy's top 5 things to do when and if and before you might ever be sick. That's catchy.
Yep,
You got something there, Rachel.
I think so.
You know what I'm ready for?
What are you ready for?
Hashtag Wednesday Wonders.
Ooh, you got a little jingle already.
Hashtag Wednesday Wonders.
Oh, he's got a jingle.
Yeah. Speaking of jingles, your boy just got a new song up on the Spotify's, in the iTunes, in the Apple Musics of the world.
Is it there?
It's there.
Awesome.
The name of the song is called I O U. If you're wondering if it's about you, it probably isn't.
It probably isn't.
Unless you are the person it's about, then congratulations. You just got a song written about you.
I just wrote a song about you.
The song's called I O U by the artist known as Shane Owen Lothar. I use my full name because it sounds more professional.
SOL. That's who
Well,
wrote
it
the
doesn't
song.
sound professional when you put it that way.
Oh,
I-O-U-S-O-L. Anyways, that's, yeah, go check it out. Tell me if you like it. Don't tell me if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
He doesn't want to know.
Hashtag
He doesn't care.
Wednesday
If you don't like
Wonders.
it. Because he likes
Hashtag
it.
Wednesday Wonders.
Okay. Moving on.
Christmas movies, right?
That's right.
Oh, man. I'll be honest. I kind of put this one together this week.
You did.
I was
busy.
devious. I was rough on people.
You were.
I put up some big challenges. Even I had a hard time.
You did. I did too, on one of them. I struggled.
Results.
Home Alone versus Home Alone 2.
I'm guessing Home Alone
Yep.
took it, huh? Mm-hmm. Not that Home Alone 2 was not a... It was a pretty darn good sequel. I think it recaptured most of the magic of the first one. Can't believe that family lost their kid again. That mom's got to be, like, ready for the nut house.
Yeah.
She not a good mom.
No. All the other kids made it, though.
I hate all those other kids. They're punks, man. Bullies.
Buzz's girlfriend. Woof.
Woof.
That's my favorite part.
Okay, number 2.
Okay, number 2. A Christmas Story versus It's a Wonderful Life.
2 classic movies. Here's the difference. Here's the 2 differences. One's in color, one's not. I'm sure that some people shy away from that. But one has been blasted 24 hours a day, 1 day out of the year on TBS for the last 15 years, while the other one, not so much.
So, A Christmas Story 1.
Yeah?
It was close, though.
I used to not like the movie when I was little, but as I grew older, I love that movie. So good.
I don't like
Can still
that one
laugh at
part.
it. What one part?
Isn't that the movie where he gets his tongue stuck?
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that part.
I think I saw in the news somewhere that some Illinois kid tried to do it again because he didn't believe it.
Ow.
Yep.
Okay. That's enough.
That's what him calling.
Okay. This is the one I struggled on. Christmas Vacation versus Elf.
Oh my gosh.
Why'd you do that?
Comedy kings
Why'd you do that?
going head to head. Why did I do that? Because I'm naughty.
You're on Santa's naughty list.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Who won?
Elf.
Really?
I could barely. Elf
It was
won.
like 51, 49%. Something like that, right? That close. Within a hair.
44-65.
They were hanging chads, people. That's how close the count was.
Okay.
Up next.
I don't know what number we're on, but
5 maybe? 5?
something like that. The Nightmare Before Christmas or the Gremlins?
Ooh, a couple of scary, fun, Christmassy movies.
But people love the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, they do. People still dress up like Jack Skellington.
Yeah. Okay, and the next one, Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus.
Yes. Or Jingle All the Way.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Not even close.
one person voted for Jingle All the Way.
Oh, Doug, you. JK. I'm teasing.
Next up, the Polar Express. The Express said
Expressed what? The polar expression. It's a smile this year.
the Polar Express or the Muppet. I can't talk.
Holy
Your turn.
schmoly. Those two movies. Which one won, Rachel? The train or the puppets?
The Train.
Jeez, okay. Next one.
Charlie Brown Christmas
Mm-hmm.
or How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Ooh, two cartoon Christmas classics.
Close one, but How the Grinch Stole Christmas won.
Attaboy.
All right, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo-boo.
or Frosty the Snowman.
We can't sing anymore for copyright reasons.
Oh. Rudolph.
Yeah.
Did you vote Rudolph?
Probably.
Okay.
Actually, out of all those, like claymation style, those
Yeah.
movies from that era, my favorite, I had a VHS of, I think it was probably called Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Mm-hmm. The story of how he became Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Ooh, love that.
What's a VHS?
Video home system. I don't know. I don't remember what it stood for. It was a big old tape, Rachel. You put a VHS in your VCR, and then you
When you watch the movie all the way through, then you had to rewind
be
it.
kind. Rewind.
Just kidding, you guys. I had a VCR and a lot of VHS tapes. All Rugrats.
Oh, nice.
Okay, moving on. I haven't seen either of these, but I need to watch them. Office Christmas Party versus The Night Before Christmas.
No,
Have
the
you
night
seen-
before.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get
sorry.
that confused
I'm sorry,
with The
I'm sorry.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, it's just called The Night Before. Both recent,
Wait, it's called
raunchy.
what?
It's called The Night Before.
Okay.
But
You said Christmas here.
I'm sorry. Both two recent, probably raunchy Christmas movies.
Okay, so was our Office Christmas Party anything like the movie?
Well, I've only seen the trailer, but I saw no one's shirt come off.
Okay.
So I'm guessing no.
All right.
Nothing like it.
Okay, good. All right. I need to watch these. Let's
Probably.
see who won.
I'm just guessing.
Office Christmas Party won.
Probably
be
a
the
couple
first
good
one I
laughs in
watch.
there.
Huh?
Probably a couple good laughs in there. Couple of ho-ho-hos. Mm-hmm. You knows.
Okay, Bad Santa versus Scrooge.
Don't hate me. I've never seen Bad Santa.
Oh, shame.
I know. I'm probably like the only one in this building.
Definitely the only one in the building, but don't watch it.
Thanks for the
It's
tip.
called Bad Santa for a reason.
For a reason. I saw Gilmore Girls on the cover, though. Ay, Chihuahua.
Okay. And then we asked the question, what is your favorite Christmas movie? And then people commented.
Oh, any answers on there that we didn't?
It's a Wonderful Life. We did that.
Right.
I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Oh my gosh, yeah, JTT.
Uh-huh. And another, It's a Wonderful Life. And one of my favorite movies, which Christmas Vacation and Elf are both my favorite Christmas movies. But have you seen the movie Four Christmases?
Yes.
That was a
Is
good
that
one.
Reese
Witherspoon? Mm-hmm. I like that movie. That's what I commented.
You know what I like?
What?
I'm not a big rom-com guy. Mm-hmm. I love The Holiday.
Really?
You know, have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I could watch that movie 365.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little overboard.
Okay.
Okay. Shane and Rachel here. You're listening to Centralia on Air. Here's a look at your community calendar. In honor of Tom Dine, the Centralia Elks Lodge is hosting a blood drive in the banquet hall upstairs on Saturday, December 15th from 10 to 2.
St. Thomas Episcopal Church in Salem annual cookie sale on Saturday, December 22nd from 9 to noon.
Fantasy of Lights at Foundation Park in Centralia, going on now through December 31st.
Centralia Cultural Society will be selling Christmas trees now through Christmas from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 315 South Elm Street. All size trees, 5 foot to 12 foot, pricing to fit all budgets.
Munkin's North Pole on Saturday, December 15th from 11 to 2. Free family fun event. Pictures with Santa, face painting, kids craft, games, and so much more. This will be held at the Munkin Toyota store in Mount Vernon.
And a look at your local blood drives. Wednesday, December 12th at Christ Our Rock Lutheran High School in Centralia from 2 to 6. Wednesday, December 19th at Salem Community Center from noon to 6. And Friday, December 21st at Carlisle Walmart from noon to 4.
And that's a look at your community calendar on X95 and the Big 1210. You can hear Shane and I every Sunday at 11 for more things going on in the area. If you have an event you would like to share with us, you can call, email, or stop by. For more information about these events and others, check out our website at x95radio.com.
That's it for this week. If you want to comment on anything, hit us up on all the social things at X95 Radio. If you like what you heard today, come back next Sunday at 11 on X95 and the Big 1210. You can also find past shows on YouTube.
And for our X95 listeners, be sure to check out Open House Party tonight starting at 6 and Slow Jam starting at 11.
Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, she's Rachel Roddy.
And he's Shane Lothar.
And this was Centralia on Air.